Hi everyone, Emmy here. I'm so excited to show you how to make this memory wire bracelet using these beautiful velvet color beads from Preciosa. These are the 4mm size round beads, and let's pull them all out together so you can see. They are absolutely stunning. They're so yummy. So I thought, it'd be really cool to do a pride bracelet with memory wire. I haven't done any memory wire in a while, and they are so much fun and everybody loves them. So I thought we'd do it. Now, this could take a while because stringing on all of these beads could take a while. So we might end up pausing the camera, but we'll try and work through. So you're going to need each of the colors. So this is cherry red. Let's see if I can remember the colors. Then we have orange. Then we have, I want to say this is yellow. Let me double check. I think there's one color that is called sunflower. Yeah, this may be sunflower. It's a more intense yellow. There's different shades of these colors. So if you haven't seen the unboxing of all the colors, definitely take a look because there's some incredible colors. And I'll just quickly show you the bracelet that was made with the colors. So here's one that we made with the cherry red. And these are the kind of colors I was talking about. This is a soft pink, I think. And then the soft turquoise. And look at that. These are just incredible. So take a look at the colors if you're interested. And let's put these back in their rightful place. So these are definitely kind of fluorescent or like primary colors. Let's see. Then we have green. Is so lovely. Blue or turquoise. And this one, I want to say violet. I'll have to double check on this color. So lovely. There. So you need some memory wire. This is like super inexpensive. You can get look at the amount that I got. AliExpress, like any place that you buy your jewelry supplies, you probably get them at Michael's. And let me just tell you the width of this. Yeah, so it's a 6mm or 6cm. And it's a gold color. And then I have some charms. We're going to try and put some charms on. I would like to take and put my baby squirrel and attach it there, and put the rainbow, attach it there, and then attach this to the bracelet at the midpoint. So probably somewhere in the yellow or green section. Now you see how it's super flat, so it would look like this. Let me adjust the camera. There we go. It would look like that, so it would kind of stick out. I do have a tool for bending this. We'll try and bend this right now, and if that doesn't work, you could always put a couple of chain links or some jump rings together to make a chain link. So this is the tool I have. It's a acrylic. You just careful because there's a lot of rhinestones and stuff. And let's see if that's going to work. I thought so. I tried bending it with my hands and it bent pretty easy. So look at that, is perfect. That. And you could even bend that a bit. There, that should do it. Look at that. That looks so much better. That is lovely. Okay, I'm so excited. So we'll work on that after. And the other thing I have is these memory wire. I don't know why I put wide. It should say wire. Ends. And I got these at, I know I'm going to get questions because I get questions every time I use them. I got these at Shipwreck Beads. So there's these ones here are rose gold, and let me tell you the width for how big they are. These are 5 millimeter. I think this one's slightly bigger. Nope, 5. They just look bigger. And then there's some really tiny silver ones that I bought. They're amazing. So you just have to put a dab of glue on the inside or on the end of your memory wire and put it in. So then you don't have to worry about bending the end of your memory wire to get that sharp edge and stuff. But it's up to you what you do. So we'll just leave these for now. You are going to need your wire cutting tool. Very important. Do not try to cut your memory wire with regular tools. It will damage them. This is hardened, treated wire, so it will. You need something super strong like this. And I'm just noticing a spot here where the coating is coming off. So we'll just cut that one out. I don't think we're going to need that, but I've had this for years. Okay, so I think we're going to need, we've got 2, 4, 6 colors. So we want to cut 6 rounds, like count out 6 rounds and then cut it. And you got to find your start position. It kind of collapses in on itself. Okay. You're messing with me. Okay, there's your beginning. So I kind of go a little further so that I can, clip any excess I don't want. So you want to count 1 full circle, then 2 full circles, 3, 4, 5. I don't think this is right. 6. Just it's all intertwined here. I don't know if I have the right one. Let me just cut it further down and we'll cut that off. So there, how far apart these are helps with like a lever so that it's not hard on your hands. That was pretty easy for me. So let's move this aside here. Let's go back and count this properly. There, just pull it apart. Okay, so there is the start piece here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So all we had was 1 extra. So I'll just show you how easy this is to cut again. Like that. Cut. Okay. The fun begins. So I did test it. These beads slide on just lovely. So let's start from the purple end. I just put this off here without scratching my beads. And I did test, and we can double check it when we add it on. is I just took this and did that. So it definitely will fit around. You may not need the full strand, but so I'm going to take, actually, you know what I should do? I was going to do the middle and then, let's just do it this way. So I'm just taking the end and kind of pulling this out a bit. You don't have to worry, it's going to go right back. So just as if it was a beading needle, might make it easier to pick them up and faster. You know, I think I could probably straighten the edge of this out. Make it even easier. So you see how lovely that is. Yay! This is so much fun. This is my way of getting all my beads on one bracelet. They're so pretty, I want to show them off. That's lovely. So big news. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I got a package today from John Bead, and it's loaded with Swarovski factory packs. I never thought, so I used to buy a lot of bicone crystals that people were selling from D-stash sales, and which is great. I mean, I love them. Don't get me wrong. But there's something about getting a factory pack in the package and to get a shipment of a bunch of them all together. Even my wife, who couldn't care less about beads, was like, wow. I'm like, yes. So this is turning out lovely. Oh, and you could, if you didn't want your beads to come off the end, you can put a ear nut that you use for your earrings. And that'll stop that. We might have to do that in a second here. This is going to be amazing. Yay. This, like doing the Pride bracelets, is kind of a summer celebration thing, but which is funny because we are just in April and we got a snowstorm last night. So when we woke up this morning, it looked like Christmas outside. It's like, what? I'm going to check these because I don't think we need to use all of them on the... Get that around to the last ones there. Yeah. Yeah, I guess we will need them all. So you have to tell me how the weather is where you are and how you're coping with the end of winter. Clearly, I'm not. I'm amazed that this year has really... That just, I didn't really notice it with my mood or anything. I just didn't feel like doing the things that I've done all winter. So going to swim and work out at the gym and stuff. I'm like, oh, I'm so tired of that. I want to go outside on my bike. Do I sound like a kid? Boy, why can't I go out and play? Get your toboggan. I have to tell you a funny story. I worked in North Carolina as a nurse, so if you're not familiar, okay, so look, this is this just overlapping slightly, so we'll leave it. I think it may affect the loops, but here's the thing too: is when you're doing memory wire, if you use bigger beads too, it will expand a bit. But let me get to cover the bottom piece so it doesn't the wire so our beads don't fall off, because that would be very sad. I have a container with them in here. I never use them, so of course they're at the bottom of the pile. There they are. Yep. Okay. I should have brought that out earlier. So these are the old style ones. They're just, that one looks small. Yeah, we'll get it on there. Okay, there. Oh yeah, this wire is pretty small. So just put that on there. Okay, let's go back to this side here. And we'll do the blue. Let's get rid of these. Yeah, so I was saying, I worked in North Carolina as a nurse with another nurse from Canada. And we worked on a psychiatric unit. And because on the psychiatric units, they don't wear name bands like you do in a hospital, a regular hospital. So when you get report, they describe what the person looks like and what they're wearing and that kind of thing, right? So they're giving us a report, and they're saying, you can't miss him, he's wearing a toboggan. So me and the other nurse just looked at each other with this like incredible look on our face, like, he's wearing a toboggan. A toboggan here in the north is it's like a sled that you slide on the snow. So we're picturing this guy carrying a toboggan on his head. And of course, it was a toque that he was wearing. And because we're in North Carolina, that's why they're like, you can't miss him, he's wearing a toque. So he was cold, he was wearing a toque. So let's see if this is faster. We had a lot of fun when we were working in North Carolina. We were in Gastonia, and we would go camping in Asheville. I was so sad when I saw the flooding in Asheville. We spent a lot of time there. Spent a lot of time at the Biltmore Estates. That was incredible. We actually, for Christmas one year, they had a candlelight dinner and tour. So they had it all decorated for Christmas. And they had a massive gingerbread house in the shape of the Biltmore Estates, and they had a quartet playing and a singer singing Ave Maria and like Christmas songs and stuff like that. It was all lit by candles. It was just incredible. And then we had a dinner at the Deer Park Inn, and we're heading over to the restaurant, the Deer Park Inn restaurant, and I'm like, I was wondering, gee, I wonder why they call it Deer Park. And just as we're coming down the road, a whole bunch of deer go flying across the road. I'm like, okay, so that's where the name came from. Yeah, it was very moving. So far, this is going on really lovely and faster than I thought, actually. And but it's funny, you don't see like the color change yet. I think once we get the yellow on, the really bright color here, it'll make a difference. Super fun. So these beads are amazing. I'm just having a blast. I have some designs ready. They're going to be, I would consider these designs as for intermediate to, what's the word for somebody who really knows how to bead. And normally I stay away from those, or I try and find some of those designs that I can do so that everybody could follow easily. And but they're so beautiful. I was like, I have to show you. Okay, so let's do the green. See what happened to my tool? I dropped it on the floor. They were brand new. I haven't been using them much because of that, but it's nice and sharp. But those tools don't stay sharp for long. Okay, so let's see if we can get those down. That's cool seeing the change. So you could do these in like color blocking. I'm just going to see if I can get that down. There. Oh yeah, that's looking cool. So you could do like color blocking, but do, maybe 10 beads and then a change. There's so much fun stuff you could do with these beads. Because these colors are so incredible, they, I started looking to see for some designs that I could incorporate the colors and really go to town. And I did find some, but the other thing that I kept coming across is designs that we do all the time. So, flat spiral, these ones look incredible. I love taking designs that have been around forever and just updating them, whether it's a different color bead or a different shape bead. Yeah, so much fun. Thank goodness for John Bead and all the beading opportunity that they've given me with all these incredible beads to inspire me and keep me busy for the winter. My wife and I went to a retirement seminar just before she retired. And one of the big things, there was a speaker there, said to be to be happy in retirement is that the key is to have a hobby, whatever that is. And so true. I find like I've always been, even when I was working, I would look for opportunities for hobbies. So whether it was taking a ceramics class with my sister, we would meet. She was working and I was working. We'd meet for the class once a week, and we had so much fun. So, having those things that I've done helped me find like something that I could do with my hands and some socialization. Talking to you guys, you ladies. I say ladies to my wife, and she goes, "Oh, you're mistaken. I'm not a lady." Okay, my gal. She's like, "No, that's not that one either, Emma." She's my honey. Oh, we have so much fun. Sometimes we just stay in our pajamas and watch TV and movies. That helps your mental health too. Okie dokie. So let's get this jamming. Do the yellow. So yeah, I think this one is sunflower. It's just incredible. So I'm curious how long people have been beading. Let me know in the comments. I really am interested. And what got you started? So I used to do workshops at the yoga studio doing malas, and then I was making leather wrap bracelets, and people at the yoga studio were interested in that too, so they wanted me to do some workshops on those, so I did. And then I started doing that in people's homes, and then COVID hit, and I had, believe it or not, my bead collection with my leather could fit in a shoebox. Now I have a whole room in the house that's all beads. But yeah, so what happened when COVID started, I thought, well, I couldn't do the bead parties anymore. So let me sort through my stuff and see what I have and see what I could do. And I was watching a video on YouTube with Brittany from Turquoise Street, and I had commented about making a certain bracelet or whatever, and she said, "Oh, I'd love to see it." And go figure, I understood she wanted me to upload a video. She probably meant send me a picture, right? So I had my tablet and I'm like, let me try if I can upload a video. And of course, I uploaded a 1-minute video, and it, like, within seconds, it was uploaded, and I was watching it on YouTube, and I'm like, oh, I am so hooked. This is crazy. So that's how I started, and I've since gone through some of my old videos and gotten rid of them. Some of them were just, I don't know how people watch them. But you know what? Everybody starts somewhere, so I totally get that. But yeah, and I mean, you get better when you're doing it all the time. I find if I'm away from, like, if I wait a couple of weeks before doing a video, I kind of hesitate and stuff on camera, and I think part of that is I have a different style of doing videos than the typical beater, and I'm not sure, one of them must have got hooked or something. Why it's not going around. I can feel it on the wire. There's a rough spot here that's hooking the beads. Let's see if we can get those over. This is looking good. And oh, wow. Wow. This is starting to look amazing. Okay. Do a orange strand. Whoa, these are bright. These are unbelievable. There. Well, this isn't too bad. 30 minutes. There. I was going to say I need one of those bead spinners, which I do have, but I don't think it would work for this. They have all kinds of really amazing ones now. I get emails from companies that have, like, products like that they want me to demonstrate. Now this one has a little flake of color, probably from another bead. I'm amazed at the stretch bracelets, like the friendship bracelets that you see for Taylor Swift, where the videos have millions of views. I'm like, oh my gosh. Again, one of the reasons why I do my videos differently is I'm not doing this for, the the sake of views. I'm doing this because I'm just having so much fun hanging out with you guys. Almost done. These are lovely. Okay. This is awesome. Awesome possum. Okay. So normally I say at the beginning of my video, if it's going to be long like this, it's just fast forward. But it's kind of redundant and a little too late now. So I had thought of maybe straightening the end out so I could easily pick up the beads, but this is going pretty fast. Pretty good. So let me know if there's any designs you're interested in seeing. I know there's been a few requests. One was to show what you need to start beading, like what are the products to purchase, and I will definitely do that. That is a really good idea because I remember when I started out, I bought things I didn't need. And if I can help you save your money for the really nice beads like these, then that's awesome. And then there is a peyote clasp that I made for turquoise jade bracelet. And people have asked me to do that one, to show that one. So I'll definitely do that. And I think there was one more request. So if you've made a request in the past and you haven't seen it, let me know in the comments. It may be that I've done it and you just missed it for some reason, or I've forgotten and I apologize because that happens too. I get so excited when I see new stuff coming in. I'm like, okay, never mind, I'm going to do this now. That's why my wife calls me baby squirrel, because I am just all over the place. I get distracted very easily. So this is so much fun. Okay, so that is all the way around. That is, oh, look at that. So let me make sure. So, like I said, I think it expands a bit. Let's take a look. Yeah, no, I guess not. It's the same. But oh my gosh, look at this. So pretty. Okay, so let's put a stopper on this for now, and we'll attach this, and then we will finish it off with one of these. I think while we're attaching this, I don't want the beads to slide out, so and if you turn it as you're pushing it, it slides on a little better. There's my pliers here. It's going to hold on to that. There we go. Because I want it nice and tight to see. Oh, this is amazing. Wow, that is awesome. Okay, so we're going to place something like this. Maybe on the green. Here. Let's see which looks better. I think I am going to bend these slightly. Hopefully we can bend them without damaging anything. So let me see if this will bend. Oh yeah, no problem. Perfect. Oh, I'm so excited. This is awesome. So I brought some jump rings to attach, and yeah, there's space. Good. We just need another pair of pliers to open these. Oh, let's put this stuff on first. Let's put on our squirrel. Emma squirrel. Oh, that's looks like it's soldered. Nope, it's just a really well done. Oh, that's quite wide. I may need a bigger jump ring for that one. Let me see if I can open it up a little more. Yeah, see it's double wide there. So I'll put it here. That. That's hilarious. The other night, I was looking for a clasp, and I came across the rainbow, and I thought I'm going to put a rainbow on my wife's keychain. And then I remembered she had this coin that you're supposed to use for your grocery cart, and it slides in to unlock the cart. And she told me that it wasn't working because the ring on it was too big. So I snuck it out of her wallet and I fixed it and put a proper ring on it that would work. Okay, this is doing that there. So yeah, this is making me laugh. First, I showed her what I did, and she's like, "Oh, there's a squirrel." There. Look at that. Oh, that's lovely. That's so cute. Okay. This is so much fun. Okay. You know the fun. I think I'm getting excited because of the Swarovski unboxing coming soon. Coming to a bead YouTuber. Okay. I was getting worried about the angle of this. Okay, let's I go yellow to green. Okay, which one do I have? I have this side one. So let's put it here. I think there's a cat at my door. This is usually the time he comes. It's like he comes to tell me it's dinner time. Do your cats do that? And if I have the door open and I'm still not paying attention to him, he taps me on my arm with his paw. He's so sweet. We're so lucky to have these creatures in our lives. This is a bit awkward, but hang in there. There. These are not my normal tools, too, so I'm kind of struggling. This is. I almost feel like I'd like to do it on an angle, but you really can't because you need to open this up to put it on your wrist. So calm down, Emma. Okay, put that in there. Let's open this up. Okay. Flip this over there. And put the jump ring in there. Just be careful when you're attaching, deciding where to attach. That is. Oh, you stinker. This moves around over the beads pretty easily once it's on. Here's the loop. I know why I'm having trouble. Because I should be going backwards onto that. That way. There we go. And flip this forward. Let's get this one. There we go. I mean, it was a good idea, but it doesn't seem to be coming out the way I want it. Yeah, it keeps popping down. me move that. I think this would probably work better with chain. Yeah, this is not, like it keeps popping down. I think if we put another jump ring, it might give it more space to move. Let's take this one off. I wonder if I just hang it on the top rung. Actually might work better on the top. Let me see here. Yeah, these tools are just give me a hard time too. It's the tool's fault. Okay, let's get a few more of these jump rings. I feel like, are these the same jump rings? They are. Okay, 2 of those. And I'm wondering if I connect them with a smaller one. So now, let's find the... Okay, so I'm looking for the ending of the red and the beginning of the purple, which is right here. So I'm considering the directly in front of that as my front. So let's put a ring. I'm going to go up to the yellow. I'm going to put this here just to give me an idea. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, say 6 beads. So let's put this one here. Okay. And put the next one. So this should move around better, loose like that. So let's put one about here. So I can do it here. Okay. Now, let's attach these guys. Here into these rings. Get the next one. Open that up. Attach it to the other side. Put the small ring on there. And then I'm going to connect the small ring to the one that's attached. I may have given myself extra work here. I want it to look intentional, like it's chain. So let's open this up. These are 18 gauge jump rings. They're so lovely on a bracelet, but they're super tight to open and close. But they look amazing. And they hold. Things are not gonna. Oh yeah, that's better. Look at that. Okay, I'll show you. Get a better view in a second. I don't have it open enough. That's better. Look at that. So it pulls it away from the beads. That is amazing. Okay, so I'll show you how to. Let's get some glue. Apologize that took so long. I need some new glue. This container is really hard to squeeze to get it out, and I think it's getting a bit dry. So let's go with the yellow gold balls. Just because the front is kind of a yellow gold. And I'm just going to test them. Oh, these are kind of tarnished and scuffed up, although you wouldn't see that. Let me see if the other ones are in better shape. I think they are. I'm going to test to make sure these fit on this extra piece before I cut things. And oh, that's super loose. I'm going to glue these after. The reason being is I want to show you how this looks on my wrist. And I know if I put them on there, they're super loose. I'm actually going to use, instead of this, I'm going to use E6000. I find the E6000, like this works really fast, so it holds it. But because the hole is so much bigger than this wire, it will easily come loose. Like you'd have to put a lot of glue. But with the E6000, it bonds, and whatever glue's in there will stick in there and hold everything. So I'll do that after. In the meantime, let's take a look. So you just Put this on. And I probably ought to have it on, but this is looking amazing. Oh my goodness. Oh. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do it the proper way. If I put this on here, yeah, you'll see it this way. Okay. Oh, this is lovely. So you can see these jump rings moved around a bit. This is fine. I'll just give it some space here. And there we go with this lovely Pride memory wire bracelet. That is awesome. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. It was a bit of, just putting beads on. So lovely. Ta-da! Take care, everybody, and we'll see you in the next video. Stay tuned for the Swarovski unboxing. It's going to be a doozy. There we go. Bye for now.